All right, session players on console, your long-awaited update has finally arrived. I should mention that it's only going to be the PlayStation and Xbox consoles that are getting the update today. Unfortunately, the Switch is going to have to wait a little bit longer. And the PC version is going to be one build up from the console, but I'll explain why in a little bit. But for right now, let's get into everything that the console players are getting. One of the features, board breaking. And as you can see, I just broke my board and it's going to ask me to equip a new board, or you're going to have to run all the way to the skate shop or to your apartment to get a new one. But you can just easily hold triangle or, Y on Xbox, and it'll respawn a board. Now, this blank board does not respawn as a brand new board. It actually retains its wear and tear. So it's going to be more likely to break than a new one would be. But to enable this feature, pause the game, go to options, gameplay, and then we're going to go all the way down to wear and tear settings, and then you'll see board breaking. So if we disable it, obviously you're not going to be able to break your board at all. And when you enable it, you're going to have this bar at the bottom. Usually by default, it's set to about here. This bar is a probability multiplier. So if I set it all the way to 0, it's going to be 10 times less likely to break on an impact. So previously you saw that impact broke my board, but it's going to make the board a lot harder to break. I don't even know how many attempts it'll take to break, but a lot of things play a factor in the board breaking. How old your board is, what you're landing on, how high you're dropping from, it's all probability. Now let's go back to the multiplier right now and boost this all the way up. Now it's 10 times more likely to break. So I don't think I'm going to be riding away from this one at all. It's gonna... There it is. Respawn a new board, and let's just see how a board slide is going to treat me. Oh, okay. Break there. Oh, it didn't break there either. I bet number 3 is. How about one more lip? Oh man, like I said, it's all probability. It all depends on like how high you drop onto it, or like how old your board is, if you actually land on the rail or not. There it is. Oh man. So at the moment we can only break the board in the middle. We don't have board breaking on the nose or tail yet. So having board wear and tear on actually does increase the likeliness of your board breaking. So if you want it to break more often or have a better chance of breaking, turn that on. For now, I think I'll just leave this in the middle. Why not? I don't want it to break too often. Moving on to a couple of things that the console players no longer have to deal with. So if you notice in the top corner, it says toggle mission HUD, and then right in front of my character, you can see a skate shop icon. Previously, you couldn't get rid of that shop icon, and the toggle menu had to be disabled if you go to mission logs and then you untrack the mission, and then that would go away. But then you're not able to track your missions at all when you click in the stick or see where they are. So if you go to the pause menu, go to options, and then go to display, you should now see shop tracker on and off and mission HUD. So if you turn this off, oh no, it's doing that thing again. I was about to redo my take on this because that shop icon didn't disappear, but I should actually mention this. There is a bug in the current version if you have both of these on. When you load into a map and then go and turn off the mission HUD and then go back and then go back to display again and turn that back on and then turn the shop thing off, it won't go away. And the only way to make it go away if you happen to do that is to change the map to like a completely different map. So let's go to Chatham Towers. And you can see the shop icon is not there, but my mission tracking one is, because I actually left that on. So turn that off, untrack this. There we go, we got a nice clean area. Also, another little change was this session marker right here. So before, you used to have this giant beam coming out of it, this beam of light. It's no longer there. Now, there isn't actually a toggle for the session marker. The session marker is always gonna stay there, like anywhere that you put your session marker. Just think of it as if somebody painted a stencil on the ground. Another little fix is there used to be a gap in the neckline for this character right here, but that's been fixed. The neck on this character while wearing certain clothes has been fixed, so she finally has a neck. And don't worry, we do know about this one right here where the hip is actually gone. That's been fixed in the most recent PC patch that goes out today. Very, very small patch that went out on PC, so it's going to be slightly different, not too much though. It was just a quick last minute patch after this was submitted to consoles. All right, moving on to the skate shop, I'll show you a couple of the things that you are getting and how to tell what is new in the shop. Let's start with skater apparel. We go to head, we have panda head. We got a couple of new hats. So we got the bucket hat and we got the beanie hat with a little beak on it. For the shoes, there's one specific pair of shoes that a lot of console players were asking about, the Nora Adidas. You finally got them. Now you'll notice two new options down here, accessories and costumes. So we're gonna go to accessories first. We got some glasses. So you can choose aviators, the pit visors. We got some Harry Potter glasses, got some squared sunglasses, and we got the stray band. Each of these glasses have a different variant. they have 7 each, so you can change the actual frame color. So this one we got some like pink frames. He doesn't want to show you. And then we have costume. So we got Liquid Death guy. It's $500. It used to be $2,000. Yeah, if you equip this, find equip, you are now the Liquid Death guy. Moving on to skateboard gear. Actually, one of the things that I wanted to mention in here, we'll just go with these ones really quickly. The new trucks like Thunders, Ventures, and all that, they now line up where they should. So the riser pads aren't sticking out anymore. That's been fixed. But anyways, console players are going to be getting some new graphics. And at any point, if you want to know what's new in your shop, look for that little dot in the corner. Those indicate that you have not selected them in the shop. So if I go over it, it goes away. Game knows that I've seen it. So you got a bunch of DGK boards, a lot of new flip boards, a bunch of new Meow boards, which include Samaria's new Meow board because she no longer rides for Enjoy, because Enjoy no longer exists. You're gonna get a bunch of new thank you boards, a bunch of new welcome boards. So that's it for board gear. Now when we go to DIY objects, we do have some new ones. Console players are now gonna get 3 stacked boards, 4 stacked boards, and 5 stacked boards. If we buy these, we can place them down. We can actually interlock them. So they'll go through a little bit. We're gonna hold one of the bumpers. We're gonna raise it a little bit, and we can make it look like they're actually interlocking. Unfortunately, as low as it goes is 3 stacked boards. Also in miscellaneous, we got a new DIY kicker. So that's everything in the skate shop for this update. But there is paid DLC, which comes out today also, and I'll be talking about that a little bit later. Let's head off to a skate shop that you guys probably didn't know was in the game if you didn't play the story or just forgot where it was. So if you go to select map, go to New York City, and then go down to Creature Park. They finally added it back into the transit system. Now this is not a new park that they added. This park has been here like since the beginning, and the story mode tells you how to get here. There have always been 2 entrances, both at the Brooklyn Banks. So like right across from the 10 set, there's one entrance right here. You've always been able to like go in there. And then if we go all the way to the other side, this entrance is right across from the 13 set at the Brooklyn Banks. To make this area a little bit brighter, let's go to options. We'll go to day-night cycle, and then we'll actually just make this late at night. There we go. We got the lights on. And now I'm set up to show you another fix that was added. The grind impact sound has finally come back. So we got that little impact sound when you land into grinds. I know some people have been missing that. Also, if you're not aware of this park and have never been here, if you go upstairs, everything up here is actually movable. So if you open the object dropper, you can move all of these objects and create your own park up here. And now that we're in a quiet area, I can show you one of the fixes that were made with the sounds that seem to annoy a lot of people, even though it's been in the game for a very long time. Listen to what's not here. That squeaking sound now has a 50% chance of happening, and when it does happen, it's very, very quiet. So that truck squeak every time you move, that sound has been lowered. And then we got catch sounds that were finally added. So hang on. In case you didn't hear, let's rewind that. There it is. Now at the moment, the sound only plays on auto catch. If you're on manual catch, you won't hear it. So we are aware of this issue, and it will be fixed in a later update. Let's get some power slides going because we now have fixed flat spots. And the surface that you slide the wheels on actually matters a little bit because like if you're on rough ground like this, it's gonna wear the wheel a lot faster. Whereas if you were doing like a power slide on metal, it's not gonna wear as fast. And when it does start to get a flat spot, it starts with like a very, very low sound of a flat spot. I got one right now. I think it started a little bit lower earlier. We're gonna make it a little bit worse. Yeah, it's pretty bad now. And the way that it goes away, you don't need to buy new wheels. You just have to like ride constantly without doing any more slides. Like obviously the more slides you do, like either doing this, or say if you're doing like a lip slide on a ledge, it contributes to the flat spot. But yeah, the more that you ride around without doing any more slides or as many slides, your wheels are gonna start to like round out again. And it really doesn't take too long for the sound to go away. Like it's going away pretty quickly right now. Oh. Yeah, it's pretty much gone now. One big fix that is now coming to the consoles is this whole area right here used to not be skatable. Well, we now have collision back. You can finally skate this spot again. Same goes for City Hall in Philly. These planters used to take you to the underworld. Well, no more fast transportation to the underworld. They have collision. And then same goes for this stair set right here. It now has collision all the way to the end, like it should. Why not get a trick while I'm here? I'm going to quickly go over what the PC update is going to get, the very small patch that went out. 1.0.0.69 wasn't compatible with the DLC stuff on PC, so a patch needed to go out to add that, but there happened to be some extra little things that were in that patch. So if we go to apparel and we go to upper body, there are a bunch of new suck t-shirts and long sleeves. And then the back of this one's pretty funny. Always be yourself unless you suck. And then we have 3 new suck boards in here. So we got this one right here, we got that one right there, and then this one right, I like this one. And you should have a new suck hat. This board right here, the ship battle one, that has been fixed. It accidentally uses the same graphic as the Kraken, but in the quick PC patch, that has been fixed. And then there was that fix that I mentioned earlier with the hip being gone. I should also mention that a couple of historical challenges have been fixed up. I do mention it in this video right here. Pretty much just name credit changes and a few trick registration changes so that they're more accurate to real life. So that was everything that was added in this free update. Now for the DLC, it's going to be paid DLC, but if you look closely, you can see somebody up there. That skater up there gives you some missions you can do in the new DLC park and also comes with a bunch of merch and some DIY objects. So if you want to see everything that's going to be in the DLC content, check out this video right here and I will catch you in the next video.